Boxing Truth here, back with another video. Make sure to smash that like button, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Damn, second Demetrius Andrade video of the past week and a half or so. That shit is crazy, man. I'm actually excited about Demetrius Andrade. It's been a minute since I've been excited about this guy's career. I'm watching highlights. I'm watching knockout highlights of Demetrius Andrade. Now that finally he has a fight that is actually worthy. He's got a worthy opponent in front of him. It's finally finalized. The fight with Liam Williams, his first legitimate title defense at middleweight against an opponent with a lot of momentum, 7 straight knockout victories, and the odds maker sees it as a real fight, and I agree it's a real fight. And it's going to be an opportunity for either Andrade to show he's a legitimate worthy champion, or Liam Williams has a chance to steamroll him and relieve Demetrius Andrade of his strap and take away all of the possible opportunities he could get in the future if he does win this fight. Of course, it's been a rocky road, missed opportunities, inactivity, promotion lawsuits. But he's still here, he's still undefeated, and he's still champion. And we're finally going to get a worthy fight on him, and hopefully is a step to bigger and better things with this Liam Williams fight, who for a while he's been the mandatory, and I had doubt this fight was going to happen. Very, very delayed process, delayed purse bids. I had a feeling Andrade was going to vacate, but the fight is finally signed, sealed, delivered. Just waiting on an official announcement for the exact date for this very interesting prize fight between Demetrius Andrade and Liam Williams. So I've been watching some highlights of Demetrius Andrade, even watching some of his amateur days with some of his biggest matchups, including Keith Thurman. Let's watch this one round here. This is the last round of their 2007 fight. They're both only 18 years old here. You know, two babies with, big dreams and big futures ahead of them. Thurman has, he accomplished more so far in their careers, even though Andrade was the better fighter. Thurman got the fight against the legend, lost, but he made the big time. He made the main events. He became unified champion, and he fought the legend in Manny Pacquiao. That's something Andrade has still yet to accomplish, has yet to unify, has yet to fight that big megastar in the sport. But Andrade deserves that opportunity if he keeps winning, man. I've always said he's an underrated fighter. He's a really good fighter, and this is why he's difficult to deal with. He's so goddamn rangy. Look how he tames Keith Thurman in this fight. Just keeps him at a distance, keeps him on the outside. Thurman has to get inside to be effective. He can't fight at Andrade's range, and Andrade just doesn't let him get inside. And every time Thurman gets inside, he just counters him and pops him with counter rights, counter lefts. Thurman is dead tired trying to get inside, constantly getting tamed with jabs and left uppercuts. And Thurman is not making it easy on himself because, it's crazy. He's 18 years old here. He has no jab, right? That's why he's losing this fight. He doesn't fucking jab. You got a tall guy in front of you who's more rangier and has more distance and length than you. You got to throw a fucking jab and move your head to get inside to be effective. But Thurman has really, he's gotten stronger, of course. He's gotten more stronger, more developed, more experience. And obviously his gas tank's a lot better than it was in this fight. He was dead tired in this fight. This is the 4th round. Back in the old days, in the early 2000s, the open fights and the amateurs were 4 2-minute rounds. Now they're 3 3-minute rounds. But back in the old days, it was 4 2-minute rounds for open class fighters. And you see Andrade just taming him, keeping him at a distance, showing his superior boxing skills. And he got the victory in this fight as Thurman, who 14 years later, still hasn't developed a fucking jab. Still fights pretty much the same way. He uses his athleticism to land his looping counter shots. He throws every punch in the book great. His left hook, his right uppercut, right hands, left hooks to the body. But it's crazy. He's never developed a fucking jab. And he still hasn't developed a jab. But this is what makes Andrade very effective in that ring. He keeps you at a distance. He's a master at range. He's a master at distance. And he makes you pay when you try to get inside. So that's why he's a problem to deal with. The fight with Liam Williams is going to be very interesting because Andrade's coming into this fight with no momentum. Andrade's obviously not interested in the fight. He doesn't know who Liam Williams is. He's looking for bigger and better opportunities, but it's his best fight to date. He's fighting a dangerous opponent who's, riding high, coming off a 7-win knockout streak, and it's a dangerous fight, man. He needs to be at his best, and Andrade's going to be coming into this fight with about 16 months of inactivity, not fighting the best opposition available, not even fighting the world-class guys available in the middleweight division. He's had 3 weak defenses in terms of opposition, not in terms of performances. And this is going to be his first serious fight in a very long time since he left the 154-pound weight class. So Andrade has to be at his best. He has to be at 100%. If he's not focused, Liam Williams could pull off the upset. Liam Williams has improved drastically since the Liam Smith fights. He's a much better fighter now. And he's hungry. And he's wanted an opportunity for a long time, and he seems to be a much better fighter, much stronger in the middleweight division than he did at 154 pounds. So don't sleep on Liam Williams. He's only a plus 190 underdog in this fight. I still favor Demetrius Andrade. I still believe in the ability of Andrade, especially against an opponent like Liam Williams, who will have to get inside, have to cut off that distance. But do not underestimate Liam Williams. He has a legitimate chance at defeating Demetrius Andrade. He has more momentum, and he's a much better fighter since the Liam Smith fights. People point to those fights because he lost both of those fights, but the reality is, how many of you guys actually watched those 2 fights? Yeah, he lost the first Liam Smith fight, but he didn't lose the second fight. He just didn't get the decision. That's just what it was. But he's improved since that fight, and he's coming into this fight very hungry. And he's a very dangerous opponent. So, looking forward to the fight. It's finally finalized. I had my doubts that the fight was going to get made, but there was really nowhere else for Andrade to go. Either he was going to fight this guy, or he wasn't going to fight anybody of significance. So he had no choice but to take this fight, and he has to deliver, coming off a 16-month layoff against a hungry, strong opponent, top contender in Liam Williams. I still favored Andrade to win the fight. If he the question is, has he improved since he left the junior middleweight division? Has he had enough activity in the middleweight division? Is he a better fighter now than he was 5 years ago? But you can see why Andrade has been an underrated talent throughout these years. It's just unfortunate he didn't sign with the best promoters to start off his career. He's a weird dude. He gives bizarre interviews. He makes bizarre statements. He just is what he is. But he's a pretty damn good fighter. And he has a chance to really shine in this fight because Williams is going to come right at him. He's going to try to walk him down and stop him. And you're going to see Andrade's biggest strength in this fight, keeping his opponents at range, at distance, fighting his fights, and picking you apart when you try to get inside. We're going to see what Liam Williams is made of, and we're going to finally get a chance to see Demetrius Andrade in his first real fight in a very long time since he left the junior middleweight division. Looking forward to it. For the first time in a long time, I'm excited about Demetrius Andrade's career. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.